Welcome, my beautiful souls, and welcome to our Aries reading for March 2025. Excuse me one second. It's interesting, but there's a certain ring I like to wear with different signs, and for some reason I forgot to put it on. So I'm going to put it on real quick. It's like superstitious. I wonder, that's weird. I wonder why I'm feeling that way. All right, that's good enough. Okay. I know that seems strange, but something told me to put my rings on. Um, so, anyways, welcome to Aries reading. I want to say happy birthday, first of all, to those who are celebrating later in March. I know my friend will be on the 22nd. Um, so, this is going to be for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. A lot of you are intuitively guided to readings now. You're paying attention to your intuition. I feel like if that's the case, then I feel like I'm doing my job. Like why I'm doing what I'm doing, and it's to help, us to understand our GPS really is our intuition is our GPS. So, I don't know. I can just feel that your guides are proud of you also. And I'm not talking about just this reading, I'm talking about anything. Um, some of you could certainly be in love with an Aries, whether platonically or romantically. Same thing, your guides know you're here, so just be open to messages. By the way, speaking of love, let me tell you a few power or a few points I got for you. It's funny I said power because the first thing I felt for you was this is going to be a power, what we would call a power month. Um, Expansion opportunities that will be unexpected, but have a feeling well earned at the same time. Interesting when we spoke of love that Venus is going into retrograde, I believe on March 1st, and that can certainly bring back past lovers. So, doesn't mean we have to accept it, or maybe it's what you want. You know what I mean? But that can happen. Again, so this is really a power month for you regarding your money, your career. I feel like you're going to be making some bold steps, and we can give thanks to Jupiter, who is really amplifying like your personal growth. Again, your power month. I'd probably say, if anything, that you just might want to be a little aware of in March for your health is not to overextend yourself. Like, get comfortable with saying no just in March. But listen, maybe that'll start something new for you. Like, you can't help all the people all the time. Um, so, and I feel like for some of you, it's like there feels like there's going to be a lot of growth. So maybe you are going to need that time to like concentrate on you. And there's nothing wrong with that. Remember, Aries, you are the seed planter. You open up the spring when everything is starting to blossom, right? But if you're not planting seeds in Aries energy, then, chances are there will be no harvest in the fall. You'll be going to your neighbors. Um, anyway, so this month I'm doing opposite signs again. So I just did, who did I just do? I did Pisces and Virgo. So I'll be doing you and then Libra. So I haven't done Libra yet. And I have to tell you, like, I do it because our opposite sign is really like one of the first places where if we want to evolve, okay, what does our opposite sign carry that maybe we could use a little of? Like I think I'm a Virgo. I could certainly use Pisces, you know, emotional side. Um, but anyway, so that's why I do opposites. Um, so let's go ahead and get into your reading. I can't think of anything else. Oh, I did start a few different tiered memberships, but I'll be honest, I'm still trying to hone it in. Um, and you can check that out under the join button. It doesn't commit you to anything. So I just want to let you know that. I keep forgetting to tell people. And what good does that do? All right, guys. So I brought out the romance angels in case that person from the past tries to come back. Good or bad, I don't know yet. We're going to use the major arcanas as our bullet points. Of course, we're going to get Mother Mary's words of wisdom. You know, a lot of people ask me, where can I buy this deck? And if I remember correctly, I got it such a long time ago. But I get a lot of my cards off of Hay House. I don't know, I just trust them. And sometimes they have really good sales. So, yeah, that's like the majority. I think my first deck I bought at like, it was a bookstore. I think it was Warren. No, I don't know. Anyway, we're going to use the Light Seers for your main spread. And I'm going to bring the lid down. We're going to open up the tarot portion, starting with Mother Mary. I would take a second and just do a little breathing, release any worry. Certainly ask your guides for signs of confirmation. Again, that's who I read through. This is what I call an energy exchange, so you should really feel it. All right. Mother Mary for Aries. You had quite a reading last month. I don't remember like all the details, but I remember just the title, it was like there were no words. Anyway, sobriety. Sobriety. My clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. My clear mind. Look at this person. They feel overwhelmed with other people. Like this may be why I told you to say get comfortable with saying no. Could be like people asking you to go out. Maybe some of it is like, not overdoing it because then you wake up the next day and where it could have been a really productive day, it turns into, listen, I've been there, turns into a day of like staying in bed. Um, I have a feeling it means different things for different people. I don't always read that as um, like it has to be addiction. I feel it is about the clear mind though. So there's a need for your clear mind, is how I look at that. But it does feel like one person's being overwhelmed by all these other people. And I feel like that might be a little hint for you. All right. Let's bring in the major arcanas. We have the moon, so your neighbor, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. The moon. It's interesting because I feel like there's something going on at night. There's something going on at night, and it's kind of like I'm playing at night. Now, I don't feel like this is for everyone. It's interesting because all of a sudden I feel like it's the time I had to play, and then there's someone who is like, you shouldn't be playing. Hmm. Okay. We have the Empress, your counterpart. Well, look at that. I mean, hello, Emperor and Empress, in your reading. And you're looking right at her. Like you're looking right at her. Hmm. Then we have the Death card. I don't feel like this is talking about death. This is about transformation. There seems to be some uncertainty relating to that. Someone may have needed to make some changes. It's interesting because I don't think of the Empress as someone who, in any way, the Emperor can say, "Oh, you nag me." No way do I feel that because the Empress would be like, "Excuse me." Um, but they don't need to do that. But I feel like I feel like someone's making the choice on their own to, well, to better themselves. I feel like they have, yeah, it depends where you're at here. Are you the Emperor? It is the card of Aries, or are you the Empress? Do we have the masculine and the feminine side by side? We have feminine energy through the moon. Maybe it's the Emperor who's wondering what is the Empress doing at night. Yet here she is sitting with this big bounty on her lap. So whatever she's doing, it's producing fruit. So I don't feel like this is something that um like it doesn't feel like a negative thing. Hmm. You know, I'm sorry about the pause. Sometimes I feel like I just really need to connect, and I feel the mother and father energy here. Um, and I feel it as a recognition of like, it feels like your bounty, male, female, doesn't even matter. Um, I just want to say, I feel like it's something I had to say, like, I feel that also. So some of you may have like parents who have crossed over. You may dream about them and you may be receiving like real help. But you may wake up and be like, was that real or is that just a dream? No, I feel like it's real. Now, it's funny because then I'm feeling like, well, maybe it's just the father. Okay, let's bring in the light seers and let's just go deeper. This is definitely telling a story. All right, we have the King of Wands, Could be you. We have the Two of Wands. Interesting, they're both holding a wand. And she has another wand there. It's almost like she's saying, where is that king? That wand belongs to that king. You know, two wands, to me, makes me feel like I'm about to go on an adventure. Some of you, I feel like this King of Wands, though I do feel like for some of you, it is you. But I feel like this is also um, like a spirit guide, and I definitely feel like you would know who this person is because I feel like that wand, I should show you what I'm talking about. So she's holding one wand, but wand is leaning against the wall. Um, and she's about to start on a new adventure. Look at that, the tower just reversed itself. I'll take it. Interesting, I feel like I'm going through the woods. To grandmother's house I go. Huh. Well, it's also interesting that this tower in reverse is connecting the Emperor and the Empress. Like they both are sharing that energy. It could certainly be. First of all, I feel like you're going on some type of adventure. And I feel like the tower in reverse, it's like there's nothing stopping you. You know what I mean? Like it's free and clear. We have the Queen of Wands. Interesting, we have the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, the Emperor and the Empress. And look how she's looking at that tower, like with a sense of pride, a sense of like it's her own energy that turned this tower around. Hmm. I could definitely see this as like maybe a saving of a relationship. I feel like the emperor is giving this queen something, like whether it be spiritual knowledge. Again, I feel like it's coming from above. And she's holding a wand also. But there feels to be like it's almost like guidance that she just knows. Like I know without reason, I just know what I know. Um, that this journey, I don't have to worry about these towers. We have the Queen of Swords. She's looking outwardly. Her sword is down. She's thinking about what she wants to do. We have the Three of Cups. Hmm. Celebration. Energy of joy. It's interesting because this queen and this king, they're mirroring each other, but where they're at is so different. Like she's by water, like she's by an ocean, and he feels like he's in like dry land, like desert. Um, we have the Knight of Wands. Look at all the wands we're getting, first of all. This Knight of Wands to me is like just like I go by the seat of my pants, you know. This could be like energy that I used to have and it's coming back to me again. Again, thanks to planetary action, I do feel like, your energy, and again, this being a power month for you, you taking some bold steps. When the Two of Wands, I feel like here's your first bold step. And then the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is about passion. Um, it can be fast moving energy. It can certainly be, desirable, like something I desired. I also feel like carefree. It may be something you've always wanted to do that for whatever reason you haven't, and you may start doing it. The opportunity may show itself. I definitely feel like you're being guided from above. Not that you're not always, but I definitely feel that, you know, that they want you to know that. Eight of Swords. Okay, well, Eight of Swords coming over the reversal of the Tower. There's just no need for this, right? Eight of Swords is self-created prison. It's building up barriers. I feel for some of you, this is what you have done. And I feel like you're being guided to like put down those walls, to allow yourself to experience. Um, if you feel intuitively guided, again, some of you, it may be at nighttime. Like, I feel like follow it, follow it. I feel like there is no fear. The Queen of Swords, even her sword is down. If there was a reason to fear, her sword would be up, but it's not. So I feel like, like one of your spirit guides got through to you. Maybe it's your higher self, like just showing you, like this is not really who you are. This is not what we do. We don't tie ourselves up in knots and become a hermit. Six of Wands. Look at that. Spotlight's on you. Some of you may be like afraid of that spotlight. Like, holy shit, spotlight's on me. This is about victory and success. At this moment, it's mirroring the Three of Cups, which is joy. Again, I felt right from the get go that you were going to have these unexpected opportunities. But I do feel like it takes you, first and foremost, to like be willing to, maybe again, uncreate walls, allow yourself these opportunities, feel that guidance that feels strong, like I feel it. We have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Well, in a way, that may ease someone's mind. Because I always feel like any opportunity that comes our way, like, it's up to us. It's our free will if we decide to go forward or not. Maybe before I didn't, but something does feel like it's changing or it has changed. Your energy feels like it's changing. It's almost like you're recapturing the younger you. And therefore, maybe some of you are taking, you know, well, I wouldn't say bold steps, but it feels right at the same time. And I feel like it feels like there's like, what do I want to say? Like hmm, there's no barriers along the way. It's like free sailing. Well, hello, lovers. The lovers, the emperor and the empress, king and queen of wands, the hangman. Interesting. Maybe something just, it wasn't the right time. Maybe something wasn't the right time. I feel like for some, it could have been something that you waited too long. But I feel like you're changing courses. Hmm. Two of Pentacles is mirroring the Three of Cups. Again, this is joy, celebration. Two of Pentacles, it's called the Juggler's card. I think it's more about because it's a pentacle using the logical mind, not the fear-based mind. Another way of looking at any opportunity will enhance my life or it will deplete my life. Mother Mary is asking you to have a clear mind. There's a reason. Death card speaks of rebirth, transformation. And it is like you are, it's like you're turning into a butterfly. All right, let's go deeper. I want to know what journey you're going on. It feels like this spread is telling us, it's showing us the energy. It's definitely showing us you thinking about something or someone. I feel like as it relates to any bold chances you take, I feel like they pay off. I can't say everyone will pay off, but I feel like, like I can't make someone like me if they don't like me. You know what I mean? I'm talking about like this feels very realistic. Like you're good at something, and I feel like you know it. Maybe you don't even know how good you are, and maybe you haven't done it. Maybe you used to, and now it's like literally you're taking the stage, and the spotlight's right on you. And in the Six of Wands, it is other people looking up to you. So there's that. Even this Queen of Wands is like rising above. All right. Did I cut these? I think I did. Some of you with the lovers here, first of all, the lovers card Gemini, but it is a head over heart decision. That's the meaning of the card. It is a six. And six to me, often, especially if you have a life path six or you're in a personal year six. I mean, there's many personal years and life paths that can represent this, but six, I feel like one of the main elements of a six is relationships. Now, it doesn't have to mean love, just feels like connection. We have the King of Wands over the King of Wands. What's up with that? King of Wands over the King of Wands. Unless that's what someone is asking for. It's interesting. I'm looking at his, well, it looks like a throne, but I see two flames lit. Two, not one. This king is holding a singular wand. This one's also holding that wand, but there's two, like the flame is lit twice. There's two lights. Okay. Eight of Cups. Let's take its face up first. There's that Two of Wands again. Interesting how it is connecting the Emperor and the Empress with this Tower in reverse. Wow. We have the King of Cups. And we have, look at this, side by side, the Queen of Cups. The King and Queen of Cups, side by side. Scorpio right above it. I feel like these are different couples. I feel like they're different couples, but I feel like they all start in the Emperor and the Empress's energy. So, I mean, they're all power couples. They're all the Emperor and the Empress, but I feel like it's giving us, you know, it's connecting kings and queens together and kings together and queens together. Interesting. I just realized that. We have three queens over here. Eight of Cups. You know, I like that because eight, number one, is about a new beginning. It is a number of infinity, as above, so below. That feels clear. It is someone who was bold enough to like really look within their emotional house. I could have gotten lost in it. It is about emotional withdrawal. Um, but it is an opportunity to like understand some of those cups that have been knocked over. Sometimes we give people like serious titles and then we think that's like they're our one when maybe it's not the case. I think a better way of looking at it is the vibration of the love I'm feeling. But I feel like it all starts with the willingness to look within, right? Find emotional clarity. The person in the Eight of Cups is moving to the Nine of Cups, which is quite beautiful. That means they're moving towards inner harmony. I mean, that's good, I think. I think when you find inner harmony, then I feel like the world kind of opens up to you. It does feel like some type of change took place. Maybe I asked for it, maybe I didn't, but it feels like it still took place. And maybe I spent some time like in the Eight of Cups, in that emotional, sometimes turmoil type energy. But eventually I feel like you find your way out. You find clarity, at least enough to keep you moving. It's almost like I'm tired of being in that energy. and I know I have to take a chance. And here you are taking a chance. And it's interesting because you have this globe and then a VW bus, which always reminds me of my childhood because we had one when I was young. And it kind of feels like your higher self who, or maybe a guide. Like, I feel like there's someone who clears the path for you as you go along. It's almost like someone like sweeping the path, getting rocks out of the way. Hmm. Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Take it. This is abundance. It's coming over the Three of Cups, by the way. So, definitely a reason to celebrate. I feel like some of you are on your way to the Ten of Pentacles. This is the house of abundance. This is a house that takes root. Whatever I do in this house, I feel like lasts a lifetime, if not beyond. Feels like you're onto something, you're onto an idea, you're onto something. And I definitely feel like I feel like you reap the benefits, well, a lot sooner than I would normally think, for the like normal a normal journey. But I feel like you reap the benefits pretty quickly. Now, because it's a ten of cup or a ten of pentacles, chances are you're not alone in this house. We have the Seven of Wands coming over the Knight of Wands, another Wands, by the way. Also connecting the Two of Wands. This is about standing your ground. It can be fighting off attacks. Sometimes I feel like it's putting out other people's fires. Put out one, another one begins. Put that out, another one begins. And I feel like if that's the case, you're tired of it. And it kind of fits with the month where I feel like you do have to learn to say no. Because I feel like you're off just something that feels quite amazing. Um, so I could see you saying no to like something that really has nothing to do with the direction you're flowing. Like, don't try to pull me back. Not gonna work. Some of you may have gotten some epiphanies like, wow, I'm good at helping other people, right? Why not like do it? Why not do it for a living? There may be a certain, and when I say good with helping people, I mean, you could be a songwriter, you could be writing lyrics that just touch us. We have the Queen of Swords again over the Eight of Swords. I feel like this is overthinking. I feel like she's overthinking here. I feel like, for some reason I'm feeling where doubt could slide back into my mind, but that doubt seems to be coming from an outside source. But then taking it on yourself, like almost like believing, like someone saying like, "Oh, you'd be no good at what it is you want to discover," and maybe you don't even know yet. Maybe you'll receive. I'm saying maybe, but I feel you will receive like epiphanies, some of you ideas, but they should really pique your interest. Not just an idea like, oh, you should write a book. First, I feel like something will pique your interest, and then you follow. It's exactly how I started tarot. I literally saw two spirits. It piqued, boy, did it ever pique my interest. And it started me on a completely new path, which led me to today. All right, keep going. I just feel like this queen's overthinking. Like, I'm not feeling anything major other than overthinking. You know, Maybe for some of you, this is someone that um, could have been a bad communicator. I mean, her sword is up. Nine of swords. And then the 10 of wands. Okay, so you had enough of something. It literally is like you're changing houses from the 10 of wands to the 10 of pentacles. 10 of wands. It's a period of time of heavy responsibilities. And a lot of times in a 10 of wands, it's responsibilities we do need to take care of. But because there's 10 wands, I feel like five of those wands are other people's responsibilities that we tend to take on. Again, it's like you can't save them all. I feel like someone's voice is getting through to you that is of a negative nature. Um, Again, trying to make you feel, and maybe this is a test, like trying to make you feel that you can't be or you won't be successful, but it's just not the truth. Could be someone you're connected to because I feel like it almost feels like losing you means that means now I got to carry all the responsibility, so to speak. Like they feel selfish. Like, well, if you go and chase your dream, then all that responsibility of mine that you were carrying, it means it's right back on my shoulders again. Well, and right where it belongs. Because the Nine of Swords is really overthinking what is really you in the spotlight. So again, there's like doubt. There's a little bit of doubt. Can I have success? And remember, in the Six of Wands, it is about other people looking up to you. So I know that you can have success. I feel it. I feel it clearly. I feel this Ten of Pentacles is definitely where you're going toward, like the energy you're moving towards. And it truly is the house of abundance. I mean, you can breathe because, like, your finances are fine. You probably have more than you need. And I'm not going to forget about the lovers here. And I do find it interesting it's on the bottom of the deck. Because again, it could be someone, someone special. Like in this Two of Wands, that wand against the wall could be whoever is in the lovers. Oh, the hangman, that's right. Wasn't time. Just wasn't time. You may have been connected to another. They may have been connected to another. Or you just haven't met them yet. Though I do feel, again, Venus being in retrograde. All right, well, let's go below. We have the Nine of Wands and we have the Sun. Excuse me one second. I forgot I brought the house phone in. Okay. Just gone for a minute. Um, our truck, something happened. It's like a fuel, I don't know. It needed a part. So Sam went out today he ordered the part and went out to an auto place, um, a garage, and he got to the garage and his truck shut off. It just shut off. And then the part that was ordered is the wrong part. So now he's like 20 miles away and figuring what's he going to do. Man, oh man. When it rains, it pours. Anyway, let me clear that. All right. We have the Nine of Wands. I like seeing the Nine of Wands, especially following the Ten of Wands, because this is you really reflecting back. This is really you understanding like how you've grown. These are those wands behind you or experiences. Um, I call this person my spirit warrior because it really is meant to reflect back. And again, we're in the universal year nine, the year of the hermit. So that final push, that final reflection. But this is about how you have grown. And that's what it feels like. Like, definitely, I feel your growth. And then the beautiful sun, your illuminator. How beautiful. Because I feel like the sun is like along your whole path. It's interesting. Some of you may be moving back somewhere and running into someone, and that may be just the beginning of something. I don't want to, what do I want to say? Like, I want to make sure you understand how important it is for you to take these chances this month, because I feel true success for you. And I feel like we don't want love to overcome that. But I do feel like love evidently is also on this journey. So, you know, this can certainly talk about someone moving back to a place that, um, they have happy memories of. I do notice, oh, it's not on this deck. It's funny, I was going to say I noticed the twins, but it's not on this sun. I think I would look at the card. It's like a brand new day. And it feels well deserved. Also card Leo, by the way. Leo's ruler. So, by the way, we have the feminine, and now we have the masculine. The feminine and the masculine. It's almost like the emperor is allowing the empress. Well, I shouldn't say allowing, more admiring the empress and her achievements. There seems to be like an appreciation of that, not an allowing. I shouldn't have said that because I feel like the empress would be like, well, you don't get to allow or not allow. We have the Queen of Wands again. Interesting, the two queens are connected again. This queen's flame is lit. Remember this king up here with his two flames? She's one flame. There's two lovers. This Queen of Swords may be someone who is going bye-bye. Or it's the energy. You know what I mean? It feels more of the energy. Could be a person, though. We have the Knight of Wands. Came in reverse, though. We have the Knight of Wands somewhere else, whereas right here, over you defending your actions. Interesting. But then the Sun is making it very clear, like whatever direction you decide to flow, the Sun is like again illuminating this path for you. And then we get the Knight of Wands again, but in reverse, but it's coming over worry. So I feel like you just have to be careful this month, to trust within yourself and trust within your gifts, even if you don't know what they are yet. If your interest feels piqued, follow it. And I feel like, no excuses. Like, if someone else's doesn't like it, then I don't know. Oh well. This is your power month. Ace of Swords in reverse. Interesting. It's almost like someone has thought about contacting someone for a while, but didn't. But thought about it for a while, but didn't. But may. I feel like I want to look at that. Both them being in reverse, but I know why they're in reverse because the Nine of Swords is right there. So I'm overthinking. I'm worrying too much about because the Nine of Swords is unnecessary worry. Someone may be reaching out and they may have thought about it, thought about it, and thought about it, and wanted to, but didn't. Look at this Six of Swords. Okay, well, there's our reason. And by the way, this six, lovers is also six. So I feel like this is where our love is. So this is someone who has just left a toxic situation. This is someone who's put it behind them. And it's almost like if someone is thinking of reaching out, they did not want to bring this baggage along. That's a good thing. Like, that's a good thing, right? This is my baggage. And they know that. So, bye bye. And hello. Hmm. Okay, one more. We have the Eight of Swords, and then we have the King of Swords. Interesting because they may wonder if you, or it could be reversed, but if you have like walls up, like if you would even be open. I feel like the answer is yes, but they don't know that. And it's interesting, a lot of times you'll see this king who looks like he's behind bars. Um, but he's not. Feels like this king cut ties. I'm saying the king could certainly be the queen, but I feel like the queen over here is more in this doubtful type energy. Like almost like not believing in me. But there's something that's stronger than that. And again, I feel like because I'm really looking at love over here, I feel like this is just someone who's like, no, I'm not going to bring, and no wonder the hangman's there, right? Maybe they just know when the timing is right. Maybe they feel like coming towards you, you know, the timing needs to be right. And it just feels like it is. So, hello, Venus in retrograde. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of this deck. Well, hello, Ace of Cups. Interesting how it's on the bottom and how I felt the energy of potentially wanting someone wanting to reach out and wanting to reach out but didn't. Um, but again, it's for a good reason. Like they just didn't want to bring the baggage along. And they are a little worried about how it's going to be met, how, you know, but I feel because now we have the Ace of Cups. This feels like love that just wasn't finished. Again, the timing may not have been right. Each probably learned a lot from their own experiences. Um, Both may be on this new journey, that's exciting. Like the unknown becomes exciting instead of scary. All right, let's bring out the romance angels. And I don't know. I just feel like this feels like a really, really good journey. We have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. That's kind of beautiful. That's why the Emperor and the Empress are here, side by side. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment and attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Joy. It's almost like you start down this new path and it just opens everything up for you. And I feel like, and it goes both ways. Whether you're male, whether you're female, I feel like it doesn't matter. Just feels really, really good. So, not only is your money ascending to a higher level, your what you do, you know, the opportunities of what you may do in the near future feel really wonderful. But so does this love. Now, it came after a lot of hardship, but someone is letting that sun shine, choosing that path. And therefore, it's like, look at the beauty that opens up. All right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there. Um, I feel like whoever that other wand belongs to, it's in the lovers. And I feel like those two lovers will eventually be together. Love, unconditional love, love of a lifetime, love of lifetimes. All right. I love you guys. Thank you. And I will see you next time at our table. Happy birthday again to those celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday to my friend on the 22nd. I love you. Thank you. Bye bye.